Yeah, morning guys. I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, still 24 are there. Just a minute. Okay, fine. So let's move on. So I'm audible, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So board is visible, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So let's move on to the new module. So in the last class, I think we winded your root locus concept. Then we'll move on with the model number 5. So again in model number 5, you have two subtopics, guys. One with respect to your Nyquist plot, polar plot, that will keep later. So try to cover one more part where you can expect 20 marks fully. That is called as state variables, right? So you'll be learning about state variables, concept of state variables. Then a brief derivation is there. On that derivation, you can expect the problems. So then there is one more topic called as STM, state transition matrix. So if we cover these three topics, you can expect 20 marks easily. So we'll go with the things which can be done easily for you first. Then we'll move on with your model number 3 also. Okay. So we'll check out with respect to your open choice question. So any 5 out of 10. So let's get a clarification regarding that. So till then we'll be keep moving with the syllabus. So if you have doubt with any topics, just make a note. So whenever we can discuss in tutorial class or any extra class, we'll go ahead. So am I clear? So write on model number 5, heading as state variables. State variables. Okay. So let's try to analyze what exactly you're going to learn in this. So you can take the heading as introduction. So introduction. So you just recollect the things what all you have learned in your control system. You went through with the differential equation. You went through with signal flow graph. You went through with block diagram. Correct now. So these are all the techniques what you used. So compared to all this, so the state variable concept where we can implement MIMO logic means multiple input, multiple output logic. So we can incorporate that logic using the state variable. So that is why we will go with this particular topic. So which is having advantage over the others. So we'll just make a note, then we'll move on with the advantages and we'll go straight away with the derivation. So I hope I'm audible to everyone, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just take heading, guys. So state space analysis. Take the heading as state space analysis. So it is also called as state space representation. I'll repeat. State space analysis, or also called as state space representation. I'll do a shortcut. State space analysis or state space representation. Okay. So what exactly you're going to learn in this? So you just read a statement. As I said, it is going to implement your input output logic together. Okay. So just make a note of a definition. It is a mathematical model. It is a mathematical module of a physical system. It is a mathematical model of a physical system as a set of input, output and state variables. As a set of input, output and state variables related by first order differential equation. Related by first order differential equation. First order differential equation. Am I clear with the things what I told everyone? So state space analysis or state space representation in control system. It is mainly a mathematical model of a physical system as a set of input, output and state variables related by the first order differential equation. Is that okay? Shall we move on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so then see in this you can expect some definitions. So they may ask you to define their state variable, state transition matrix. So before going for the derivation involved in the state variable topic, so let's try to analyze a basic definition. Okay, so just make a note and note on the basic definition. So first heading you can make it as state. Write down the first heading as state. So let's try to define each, then we'll go with the derivation. Write down. It is a group of variables. Definition for state, guys. It is a group of variables which summarizes. A group of variables which summarizes the history of a system. Which summarizes the history of a system in order to produce history of a system in order to produce or in order to predict. You can add the word in order to produce / predict the feature values. Predict the feature values. I'll repeat. State means it is a group of variables which summarizes the history of a system in order to predict the future value. Written? Is it okay? Yeah, guys, written here state definition.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, written next definition is state variable. So after knowing state, then comes state variable. So we're adding a extra word there, state variable. So written a smallest set of variables that determines the state of a system. The smallest set of variables that determines the state of a system are called as state variables. See, these are all things you can expect for 2 marks. They may ask you to define. So for that purpose, I am giving you. Okay. So after this, the last one is state vector. So first one was state variable. Now it is state vector. It is a vector. I hope everyone remember the meaning of scalar and vector, right? Can anyone tell me how will you differentiate scalar and vector? Scalar means what? Vector means what?
Scalar has only magnitude, vector has
Good.
magnitude and direction both.
Very good. So if I say scalar, it is having only magnitude. So we don't know which way it is going to travel, right? So if you say vector means it is going to have both. So in which direction also it is going to help you. Okay. So just add a definition for this state vector. It is a vector which contains state variable as elements. It is a vector which contains state variable as elements. State variable as elements. Okay. So these are all the three basic definitions. So there is one more called state module that we will discuss once we understand the advantages and disadvantages of this particular state variable. So shall I move on with the advantages, guys, everyone? Is it okay till here? So we can take the next heading as advantages of state variable. So why we need to learn this particular topic, even though we had transfer function, block diagram representation, signal flow graph, difference equation. You had n number of things, right? So even then, why you want to learn this state model? So for that, if they ask you to list the advantages over others, you need to write these things. Shall we move on? Advantages. First one. Hold on. Analysis is done by considering the initial condition. The first advantage is analysis is done by considering the initial conditions. So you're going to consider something called initial condition. Say, hope everyone remember this, right? So there was a time t. So time representation t. So before that, if you represent ti, it indicates initial time. Similarly, after that, there is a final time. So time t, initially how it looks, then after getting the output how it looks. T, representation initially and afterwards. You just write a short form to remember. Is it okay? Shall I move on to second one? Everyone, shall I move on to second one? I'm audible, guys. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So second advantage, more accurate than transfer function. More accurate than transfer function. I hope everyone calculate this, right? T of s is equals to R of s. Sorry, C of s by R of s. Output by input. I hope you remember this, right? So this is the transfer function what you have calculated using your block diagram as well as your signal flow graph. So compared to this, it is more accurate. Your system module or a state module is going to be more accurate than transfer function. You can just add the things. It is more accurate than transfer function. So third one, analysis of multiple input, multiple output are easy. So analysis of, so I'll write a short form here. This you can helpful for you to remember. MIMO means multiple input, multiple output. Analysis of multiple input, multiple output systems are easier in this state module or a state variable concept. So I'll repeat. Step number one, you're going to analyze the initial consideration, that is initial condition you're going to consider. Second one, it is more accurate than the transfer function. And third one, so you can analyze the multiple input, multiple output easier. Is it okay till here? Fourth one, it gives the information about controllability. So step number, advantage number 4, it gives information about the controllability. Since it is a part of control system, you need to know controllability plays a major role here. So compared to other, so it gives information about controllability, means how to control a system you can get with the help of this state variable. Yeah, everyone okay till here? First 4 points. Shall I move on? Shall I? Advantage number 5, it is applicable to all dynamic system. It is applicable to all dynamic system. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of dynamic system? It is applicable to all dynamic system. Yeah. What's the meaning of dynamic? I hope in the signal system there was a concept of static and dynamic properties. Do you remember? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning or difference between static and dynamic system property? How will you differentiate static and dynamic? Static means what? Dynamic means what? How will you differentiate? Yeah? Yeah, Satya? I hope you're understanding what I'm asking, right? Yes? Be louder, yeah? Static means, in general, it is called as memoryless element, correct? So dynamic means a memory element. So where we can give importance is, so system which is having memory. So that is what the advantage of your state variable. So it gives information about controllability. That is what you wrote for step number 4, right? Similarly, applicable to all the dynamic system. So dynamic system means what? Which not only depends upon the input, but it's also depending upon the initial condition. Okay, am I clear? So dynamic means what? It is a memory element system. So for that type of system also, your initial condition is more or at most or used more times than the other. Is it okay? Everyone got this step number 5. Shall I move on? Yeah, guys, is it okay till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so go with step number 6. I mean, the last advantage of your state variable. See, these are all the extra points what I'm giving. Whichever point is applicable or you can remember in the exam, you can make a list. So it may be for 4 to 5 marks along with the definition what we discussed. Okay. But on the last one, it can be applied to a non-linear system as well as time varying system. I hope you already got to this concept. So let's analyze this right on last point. So it can be applied to non-linear system as well as time varying system. So time varying system, time variant. So I hope you remember this in the signal system again. Say this is how the control system and signal system subjects are interlinked. So you already learned about a linear system where there is no variations is going to happen with respect to your supply. If I say non-linear, some variations will happen. So such kind of systems along with time variant, invariant you learned, right? Which we can predict or which is fixed. That is called as time invariant. So which we don't have control. That is time variant. So you can analyze this state variable for that two concepts also. Am I clear? Non-linear as well as time varying system, we can applicable this state model concept or state variable concept. Is it fine till here?
Yes, sir.
Good. So these are all the 6 advantages what we have. So likewise, there should be some disadvantage also, right? So why we won't prefer much of this? Because of 2 major disadvantage. Just make heading as disadvantage also. So the disadvantage number 1, complex technique. So complex techniques are involved in this. That is first disadvantage. Second one is time consuming. So it is time consuming because many calculations are required. So disadvantage, let me repeat. The first one is complex techniques. So compared to your block diagram, signal flow graph, what you learned earlier, compared to that little bit complex techniques are involved here. And second thing is time consuming. Why? Because many calculations or computations are going to be involved in this technique. So that is why we'll tell it is as a time consuming concept. So these are the 2 major drawbacks of your state variable. So is it okay till here to everyone? So we went through with the basic definition. So then we went through with the advantages and disadvantages of your state variable. So now let's move on with a major topic that is called as a state model. So from here onwards, you can expect 10 marks question. State model. So I hope the things what I'm writing is visible, right? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So take it as state model. So let's try to define this. Then we will go with the derivation. Okay. So the two major concepts comes in this model is one is state model and one more is state transition matrix. So two questions you can expect for 10 marks directly. If you didn't ask 10 marks, you can expect 6 to 8 marks a derivation or a advantage and the basic definitions from this topic. Okay. Right on. When we are analyzing, so let's try to write a definition for this state model. Right on. When we are analyzing multiple input, multiple output, the short form is MIMO. When we are analyzing multiple input, multiple output system with a state space analysis, in which output equation and state equation collectively is known as state model. So am I clear with the definition? So whenever state model comes, so it is going to analyze with respect to your multiple input, multiple output logic, in which the two major things you are supposed to calculate. One is output equation, one more is state equation. If you combine these two, that itself is called as state model. Am I clear till here? Is it okay to everyone till here? Is it fine, guys? Yeah. So now there is a derivation on this and there is a problem on this. If you're able to understand the derivation, same way you can expect the problem. Okay. So let's take the heading as derivation for state model. So we'll go with the derivation now. Okay. So derivation. So let's consider a system. It is having MIMO. So I hope you know what is the meaning of MIMO now. Multiple input, multiple output. So for this, I am going to give my input variables. So input variables you are going to designate with U1 of t, U2 of t, so on till Un of t. Okay. So for this corresponding state inputs are given as, is it visible here what I am writing? X1 of t, X2 of t, so on till Xn of t. Yeah, everyone, is it visible what I am writing? So what I wrote U1, U2 represents input variables. And this X1, X2, so on Xn represents state variables. And for this system you need to get output, right? And output is represented as Y1 of t, Y2 of t, so on till Yn of t. So this represents output variables. So you got the block diagram for the state module. Everyone, is it visible here what I wrote? Is it fine to everyone? Diagram is clear. So MIMO,
Yes,
multiple input, multiple output, for which I am providing a input variable designated as U of t, so on till Un. Similarly, I'm going to have a system response. I'm going to call it as state variable or a past history you're going to tell in general. So that is represented with x1 of t, x2 of t, so on xn. Corresponding output I'm going to get as y1 of t, y of t. Is this okay till here? Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
Good. See, once you write a state model diagram, we need to represent a output equation as well as a state equation. That is what the collective combination itself is called as a state model. Okay. So whenever you're solving problem, whether you want to write a state equation first or output equation, it is left to you. Anyhow, we want to calculate both together. So let's write a equation for this now. So first is output equation. So let's try to write an output equation. So assume that I have chosen y1 and y2 are the two outputs. I can take till n number. See, picking of the input variables, state variables, how to pick. Once we go with the problem, I will help you out. Okay. So now we'll taking a derivation where we need to calculate a formula to find the output equation. Similarly, to find a state equation. So if we have these two formula, same formula we can use to solve the problem. Clear? So down. Writing as output equation. So we want y1 of t, similarly y2 of t. So we can look at this y1 of t. I am going to take x1 of t plus x2 of t as a state variable. Okay. So for this you can multiply with some coefficient c11, c12. So this 2 represents a coefficients, guys. So the things what I'm writing here, C11, C12 represents a coefficients. So y1 of t is equal to C11, x1 of t plus C12, x2 of t. For this, this is a state variable what I wrote. For this, I need to have a combination of input variable also. Correct now? So for that purpose, let me take plus. So instead of x1, it should be u1. Correct? So u1 of t plus u2 of t. So how I took a coefficient for my input, a state variable, same way I need to take a coefficient here also. So I can represent as d11, d12. So again this d11, d12 represents a coefficients for a input variables. So I hope the first first equation is okay. Everyone, is it okay? We are trying to derive a state model where I need to get a expression for output equation and state variable equation. That two combination itself is called as state model. That is what you are supposed to prove now. So am I clear till here? Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now how I wrote for y1 of t? Can you tell me what is the equation for y2 of t, guys? What is y2 of t now? What all chance you can make? Any of this x1, x2 remains same only. The coefficient will be changing because I am going to come for the second row, second column, right? So can I write it as C21 x1 of t plus C22 x2 of t plus D21 u1 of t plus D22 u2 of t. So if anybody have doubts regarding the things what I wrote here, let me know, guys. I hope everyone understood the things what I wrote. Is it okay? Out of y1 to yn, I am just choosing. Assume that there are two stored variables, then I need to get two output equation y1 and y2. So this is how we can write if it is 3, y3, if it is 4, y4, so on. Is it fine? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now your logic is you need to represent in a matrix form. Okay. So if you represent this in a matrix form, just look at this. Is it how it looks? y1 of t, y2 of t is equals to. Okay. So corresponding x1, x2 is one more input, right? So what are the coefficients I can mark, guys? So C11, C12, then C21, C22. So this is for my corresponding x1 of t, x2 of t. Am I clear? What I wrote? Is it fine? Visible?
Yes, sir.
So similarly, there is one more u also, right? X1, X2 represent a state variable, say with the coefficient C1 and C2. Similarly, we have input variables u and un till n number for the corresponding coefficient d to dn, correct? So same way I can represent this. Just look at this side, is it visible what I'm writing? So this represents what, guys? D11, D12, D21, D22. So this corresponding with respect to your U1 of t, U2 of t. So that side, is it visible? What I wrote? That corner? Visible now? Yeah, is it visible, Sanjay? That side is it blur?
Blur.
Okay, till
Yes,
where
sir.
it is visible, yeah? Is this part is visible?
It's manageable.
Okay, see, nothing I wrote there. I just splitted this equation in a matrix form, that's all. So I hope if you're not visible, let me write this side. Shall I write this side? Let me write here. See what I wrote? After writing the equation, I need to represent in a matrix form. That is the conclusion of your output equation. So repeat. So what I wrote here, I am just writing once more. So from the equation output y1, y2, I am representing in a matrix form. You just check out, is this visible? So for this corresponding C11, C12, the coefficient, C21, C22 coefficient. For this, I need to multiply my input x1 of t, x2 of t. So this is one category. That is with respect to, this is part of state variable. Same way, I have one more called input variable, right? So this coefficient I can represent as d11, d12. Is this visible, guys, now? Yeah, everyone, is it visible?
Sir.
Yeah, see the things what I wrote, the same thing I replicated here. So now look at this. So this is a generalized form, how I can represent, therefore. So you can represent capital Y of t is equal to this coefficient I am going to call it as capital C, and this input I am going to call it as x of t plus d into u of t. See, this is the equation what is required for you to calculate the output equation of a state model. So you can represent this as equation number 1. Is it okay till here? See how we are doing? Same procedure you have to follow to solve any problem. So how to solve that I will teach you once we did this. So is it fine till here? Any doubts anyone till here?
No, sir.
Yeah, see once you finish this, don't go with the next part. You try to write what is y of t, what is c, what is x of t, so that it will be helpful for you. Okay, write on this below this where y of t represents what? What is y of t indicates, guys?
Y1 of t and y2 of t.
That is nothing but output, right? So we are represented in a matrix form. So we'll give a name for this as output vector matrix. Am I clear? Y of t you can call it as output vector matrix, since I am representing in a vector form with a matrix. That is with respect to y of t. What is C, guys? What is C?
Coefficient.
Coefficient. So we're going to call it as output matrix. So first one was output vector matrix. C represents a output matrix, or in the bracket you can write observation matrix. Both are same. Output matrix or observation matrix. Okay. So I hope x of t already know it is state variable matrix, and u of t you know it is input variable matrix. So only thing you need to know about D now. So what is D? D represents a directional or direct transmission matrix. Direct transmission matrix. So all three written: y of t, output vector matrix; C, output matrix or observation matrix, and D is called as direct transition matrix. Am I clear till here? Is it okay? Everyone, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now the complete state model derivation, we have to calculate two things. One is output equation, one more is state equation, out of which one category is over. So shall I move on with the next derivation? In the same part, I need to calculate the state equation. So then only I can do a state model diagram. Is it okay? Shall we move on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So take the thing as, so derivation is continuing. There is no separate derivation now. It's a part of this state equation. So these are two things you have to find whenever you solve any problem. Okay. So take the second part as state equation. Is this color visible here on the board? What I'm writing this color? Is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So go with a state variable. See, one thing you need to remember carefully, guys. I am going to represent a differentiation here. Differentiation. Okay. So whenever you find differentiation of any x of t, you can represent that in this form also. Look at here. If there is a dot, represents on any variables, that indicates it's a differentiation. In the exam, you can see this or you can see this, both are equal. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now this representation I can use same way, but let's designate with some other coefficient, because again if you give C and D, it is going to become same. So let's try to give some AB here so that it will be differentiating from your output equation. So same fashion, A11 x1 of t plus A12 x2 of t, right? Plus B11 x1 of t plus B12 x2 of t. See, whatever the equation I'm writing, it is for assuming two state variable. If it is 3 plus A13 x3, so on. Clear? So similarly, what is the one more equation, guys? So what I wrote, this is for my x1 of t, correct? Same way you need to write with respect to x2 of t also. This is represented with a dot like this. So continue. We just finish off the things how we wrote earlier. So A21 x1 of t plus A22 x2 of t plus B21 x1 of t plus B22 x2 of t. So I hope it's clear till the things what I wrote to everyone. Is this visible, guys? Shall we move on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now how we wrote earlier, the same thing. See, only difference from the previous this is, you just need to aware about this. So whenever you do differentiation of this, you can represent straight away in this way. Okay. So now what I want, how we did in the previous category, representing the things in a matrix form, same thing try to represent here. So therefore, you can write x1 of t, x2 of t. So this nothing but what? How we wrote earlier, same thing. Coefficients A11, A12, A21, A22. So this corresponding will be x1 of t, x2 of t. Okay. So this is for this part. Similarly, I have one more part, right? So this is plus, guys. So that side if I write, it is showing blur. I write here only. So plus B11, B12, B21, B22 multiply with corresponding U1, U2. Is it okay till here? So now you tell me what is the ultimate answer. So this I can write it as capital X dot of t. So that capital X indicates with respect to corresponding. So coefficients are A. So we'll write capital A here. Capital A x1 of t or x of t capital A x of t plus b u of t. B into u of t. See, this is your second equation. Equation number 2. So this is called as state equation. So is it visible what I wrote, everyone? Is it okay till here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how we wrote earlier case, same way you write below this, where x dot of t.
Sir,
You write, yeah.
sir, in a differentiation of x1 of t, there b11 x1 of t you have written. It's b11 u of t, no, sir.
Where ma?
In differentiation of x1 of t.
This one?
Yes, sir. There b11.
Yeah. Sorry. This one, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I've taken same thing. Just change it. Correct this. So it's b11 u1 of t. It's u2 of t. Correct? Huh? Similarly here also u1 of t, u2 of t. Yeah. Thank you. So now this both coefficients we are represented there. Is that okay?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now we'll move on with after this equation. So what was x of t here? So x of t can represent as state vector matrix. X of t represent as state. See, this you already learned in the previous equation also, no, same thing. So x of t, it is applicable for both equation. That's why I'm giving at the end. So x of t represents a state vector matrix. Similarly, u of t represents what? Input vector matrix. U of t represents a input vector matrix, right? Then what is A? A is called as system matrix. A is called as system matrix or evolution matrix. See, these are the different names what we can find, guys. So I hope in a Z parameter of network theory we have different name, right? Reverse, forward, input, output, gain. Same way here also with respect to state variable we are designating a matrix name. So A is called as system matrix or evolution matrix. Similarly B is called as input matrix or control matrix. Input matrix or control matrix. So everyone written till here? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I hope you got what is the meaning of ABCD matrix now. So A stands for system matrix, B stands for input matrix, C stands for output matrix, and D stands for direct transmission matrix. So these are all the things you need to write while doing the derivation. So once this much is done, so what is the ultimate goal of state model, guys? It is a combination of output equation and state equation. So we have to conclude the derivation. Therefore, two vector equation together is called as state model of linear system. Together is called as state model of linear system. That is, so you have to conclude like this, that is x dot of t is equal to a x of t plus b u of t. So this is equation number 1, and you have one more equation. Do you remember what we wrote? It's y of t, right? Y of t is equal to c x of t plus d u of t. So this is what the thing you need to analyze to solve the problem. Is this okay till here to everyone? Yeah? Is it okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So before going for problems, there are some note to be followed, means how to maintain the order. So one order of matrix, other order, how it is there. So after this, so this ends your derivation, guys. So they can expect 8 to 10 marks for this. How you derive? Same way you have to get derive for the problem also. So two combination, two equations is what state model does. So after this, just make a note. So before going for problem, we'll make sure what is the order for each. Right on. Letting as note. Right on note. So in order to remember the orders. So the heading is remembering of orders. So order, which matrix, which form. Okay. So the first one is A. So what is the name you told for A matrix? What is the name? System matrix or evolution matrix. Correct now? So system matrix or evolution matrix. So the order is n cross n. Order is n cross n. Is it fine? Written?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Second one. So B matrix, we call it as control matrix and or input matrix. So both are same. So order is n cross m. So just write down what is n and m. I will tell at the end of this note. So first one was A, second one was B, n cross n, n cross m. Okay. Next, third one. C is called as observation or output matrix. Correct? Observation matrix or output matrix. So order is P cross N. P cross N. Right? So the last one, a D. So D name was what, guys? Transmission matrix. Correct? So transmission matrix is represented with an order P cross M. P cross M. Okay, na? So now we just write down what is the meaning of P, M and N so that you'll get an idea how to take the order. Where M, this M indicates number of inputs. M indicates number of inputs. So M indicates the inputs and P indicates the number of outputs. P indicates the number of outputs and last N indicates the number of state variables. N indicates the number of state variables. I hope everyone got the things what I told. Once we understood the derivation of state model equation, it is a combination of state equation as well as output equation. So we wrote two formulas in the matrix form. Same way you have to calculate in the problem also. Then in order to remember the order for each matrix A, B, C, D, we wrote n cross n, n cross m, p cross n and p cross m, where m indicates number of inputs, p indicates number of outputs and n indicates number of state variables. So this much is what you need to remember before going for problems. Any doubts, anyone? Is it fine till here? Am I clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then we'll keep problems for tomorrow's class. It's time already. So if you have any doubts, you can let me know, guys. Otherwise, we'll stop the session. Is it okay till here? I hope you got the things what you're going to learn in model number 5, everyone.